Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we will be discussing about ecofeminism and misogyny. I hope by the end of the video you are clear about the terms and are able to explain it to anyone who asks you. So let's begin. First, we will start with फेमिनिज्म ताकि हमारे थोड़े बेसिक्स क्लियर हो सके। फिर उसके बाद हम इकोफेमिनिज्म पढ़ेंगे और फिर मिसोजिनी पढ़ेंगे और उसके जो एग्जांपल्स है वो देखेंगे। सो लेट्स बिगिन। Feminism. What is feminism? Feminism, a range of socio-political movements and ideologies that aim to define and establish political, economical, personal and social equality of sexes. फेमिनिज्म से यही एम है कि सोसाइटी में मेल और फीमेल को इक्वली ट्रीट किया जाए, उनको इक्वल सोशल पावर मिलनी चाहिए, उनको इक्वल पॉलिटिकल पावर मिलनी चाहिए और इक्वल ही इकोनॉमिकल पावर मिलनी चाहिए। Let us note that for the benefit of women, men should not be deemed that is pseudo-feminism and not feminism. There is a a thin line between feminism and pseudo-feminism. And now let's look at ecofeminism. Ecofeminism describes movements and philosophies that link feminism with ecology. In 1970s and 1980s, feminists met to discuss how feminism and environmentalism are related, how both of them have been exploited and degraded by humans. In this discussion, they noted that women and nature are often described as chaotic, irrational, and in need of control, whereas men is described as rational and ordered, and one who is capable of developing both nature and woman, which is not true. Ecofeminism connects exploitation and domination of women with that of environment. It argues that domination of women and degradation of environment are consequences of patriarchy and capitalism. Ecofeminism draws connection between menstruation and moon cycle, childbirth and creation, etc. Conceptions of nature and woman have been linked, like how we often call earth as mother earth, how both of them are similar in nature and how both of them are sensitive in nature. Further, ecofeminism was divided into two branches, that are radical ecofeminism and cultural ecofeminism. Radical ecofeminism is a perspective within feminism that calls for a radical reordering of society, in which male supremacy is eliminated in all social and economic contexts. Radical ecofeminism contends that dominant patriarchal society equates nature and women in order to degrade both of them. It is built on the assertion that one must study patriarchal domination with an eye towards ending association between women and nature. Now let us look what cultural ecofeminism is. Cultural ecofeminism, the view that there is a female essence, attempt to revalue and redefine attributes ascribed to femaleness. It also believes it is also used to describe theories that comment innate difference between women and men. It is believed that women have more intimate relationship with nature and thus are more sensitive towards sanctity and degradation of nature. Now let's look at misogyny. What misogyny is? Misogyny is hatred of, contempt for and prejudice against women. It is a form of sexism which is used to keep women at lower societal status than men. Misogyny is manifested in many different ways, from jokes to pornography to violence to self-contempt women, to the self-contempt women may be taught to feel uh, low towards their own body. An example of misogyny is violence against women, which includes domestic violence and, in most extreme form, misogynist terrorism or rape. Now, we will look at some of the known examples of misogyny. Uh, we will start with Sabrimala temple case. Previously, uh, um, previously, women between the age group of 10 to 50 were not allowed to enter Sabrimala, but this was changed in 2018 judgment, which allowed women of all age to enter Sabrimala. Still, politicians in Kerala, India's most educated state, want women to be barred from entering an ancient temple. The next example is of Uttarakhand's chief minister, who stated that women who wear uh, ripped jeans are not good mothers, and claimed that he feels such women do not provide right environment at home for children. Uh, this This is not only the example of comments by political members. There are many more comments, such as comment by RSS chief. He stated that a woman is bound to marry. A woman is bound by marriage to look after the household and satisfy her husband. We can also see the example of. We can also see this another example of leader of all India's Sunni community. He said that gender equality is something that is never going to be a reality. It is against Islam, humanity, and was intellectually wrong. Women can never be equal men. They are fit only to deliver children. Women cannot withstand crisis situation. Just wonder if people who have such a great political influence, who can influence minds of so many people, young as well as old, say comments like this, how it will affect the people around them as well as people who are listening to them. These are the examples of the misogynistic comments by political leaders. Just wonder कि जो छोटे छोटे गांव में होगा, छोटे छोटे घरों में होगा, उनमें उधर क्या चल रहा होगा. Then there is the example of Pakistani Prime Minister and Chief Justice of India. Pakistani Prime Minister said that sexual violence was product of obscenity. And Chief Justice of India, who later corrected his statement that and said that his statement was misinterpreted and was wrongly stated by media, but his statement was that is the person who is the accused willing to marry the victim. Sometimes statements that are not framed properly can also have a bad effect on the minds of people. Then there is the example of Burger King, who said that who on International Women's Day posted on Twitter that women belong in kitchen. This was their strategy, new promotion strategy. They were trying to launch their scholarship program for women, but the statement was not phrased correctly, and it was a sexist statement. This statement received backlash and was deleted after the backlash. All these examples all these examples show how misogyny is prevalent in different parts of the world, and how there is a dire need to look after the equal rights of the women. Thank you.